Welcome to SEC Softball presented by Regions Bank, and welcome to Austin, Texas, where it is Senior Day. 6 seniors playing their final regular season home games today for the 5th-ranked Texas Longhorns. It's the finale of the series with the Kentucky Wildcats, wiping away some tears, some emotions pregame, and we're ready for some softball. Eric Fried alongside the 3-time All-American at Tennessee, Madison Shipman. Ground ball to the right side. That is where Leanne Good is. One away.
That ground ball there is a prime example of what you're going to see from Mac Morgan out there in the going to induce a lot of those ground ball outs.
Swinging at the first pitch. Fly ball to center field, drifting back, and it's off the wall. Good contact and a 1-out double for Peyton Plotz. She has her 3rd hit of the series. She has a ground ball to the shortstop. Well done by Stewart over at short. Bobbled it for the moment, but stuck with it. Showed off that strong arm. 2 down. The runner does not advance. With 2 down here in the first. Stewart's way, backs up on it, throws across, and that will do it for Kentucky in the top half of the first inning. The top hitting team in the SEC coming up next. Pitched a 3rd of an inning in game 2 of the series yesterday. It's a soft liner to Maddie Clark at second. Maloney is retired, 1 down here in the first. Kentucky struggled defensively in game 1. Caden Henry swings at the first pitch, hit to left, and it's off the glove of Hallie Mitchell in left field. We talked about how Kentucky cleaned up the defense yesterday, but a mistake here in the first. And all the way to 3rd.
Run power right in the middle of this Texas offense.
Scott taking all the way. It's a 4-pitch walk. Runners on the corners with 1 down here in the first. Before the Hunter Grand Slam. This popped up on the infield. First baseman takes control. That's Borzilleri, 2 down.
It's exactly what Carson Fall wanted in the circle, continuing to work that top half of the zone, knowing that Atwood was going out.
Line drive, base hit, an RBI single for Stewart, and Texas scores first here in game 3.
A lot of pitches up in the zone to Reese Atwood. She fouls the first one off herself. Katie Stewart does when she comes into the batter's box. And then Carson Fall tries to throw this drop ball low in the zone. And Katie Stewart is all over it, driving that one hard out to left field to score the first run of this.
Scenarios for
I leave all of that to you, all the situations,
so
all the
smart.
numbers.
This is a soft shot out to the outfield, and it drops in. 2nd run scores for Texas as Scott comes around. An RBI single for Mitchell, her 48th run batted into the season. Another 2-out hit for Texas, 2-0.
Great battle by Jolie Mitchell, fouling off a lot of pitches. Notice where she stands in the batter's box too, up towards the front, and that's what's allowed her to get just enough of this pitch down in the zone to drop it out into center field. So far from this Texas offense, not a lot of swing and miss. We've seen a bunch of foul balls, really working the count. And that ball.
8th pitch to Simmons. And it's another base hit. Another 2-out hit for the Longhorns. 3-0 Texas.
When you look at the last 3 at-bats, pretty similar. Katie Stewart only saw 2 pitches, but she went after the drop ball. Jolie Mitchell saw a bunch of pitches, fouled off pitches up in the zone, gets a drop ball, drops it out into center field. And same thing for Katie Simmons. Fouls off a bunch of different pitches that are more upspin up in the zone. So Carson Fall tries to throw something different, goes down in the zone, and she's able to make that adjustment for another 2-out RBI for Texas. Carson Fall has had to bust it out in this at-bat.
Another 3-2 pitch. And it's a walk. Good wins the battle. The bases are loaded with 2 down. 1-2 from Langdon. Called strike 3. Langdon comes in and gets the job done, but everybody comes to the plate for Texas. Speak from my experience. The first time your child is of the age where, oh, you know, Dad, can we go play catch? And that's how it all starts. And you got to make sure you, as the parent, you know.
I started playing second base, played some outfield too. It really wasn't until high school that I started playing shortstop more consistently.
Fly ball to the right fielder Maloney. Reasoner retired, one down. That's also the time where you could just say leadoff spot, but has slid back down the order here. This is a slow roller to Stewart. The toss to second for one, on to first. Not in time. Two down.
You know when you're up the...
Hamilton 1 for 2 in the series. You knew the ball was going to find someone on the left side of the infield. It was Katie Stewart at third. So she's got a 6-3 on her resume and a 5-3. Are they thinking of everything here in Austin?
Maybe it's alphabetically, but we like the storyline better.
Off the glove of the third baseman, and Maloney's going to be safe. It was a hard hit down to Hutchins, and Reasoner didn't have a play. That's a base hit through the left side. Fifth hit of the series for the sophomore from Dickinson, Texas. And Texas has some, but she's just trying to compile some data. This is hit hard to center field. It is back, and it is off the wall. Remember, the wind blowing in. The runner slowed down, and Kentucky hesitates to get it to the plate. And that hesitation enough for Maloney to score. 4-0 Texas.
Another ball that's hit really hard off of the bat of Mia Scott. Again, comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. She blasts this one out to center field. I think she thinks it's out of the ballpark off of the bat, but it hits right off of that 220 out in center field. She's up there and swing first pitch, and for Mia Scott, she likes to watch the first pitch go by.
Atwood takes the walk. She's aboard for the first time today. Bases are loaded for Katie Stewart.
Backwards to try to get that rhythm in her timing in her swing.
3-1 pitch. That will walk in a run. Second RBI of the game for Stewart. 70 now on. This is a line drive and down for a base hit. 1 run in. Here comes a second runner to the plate. A 2-run single for Jolie Mitchell. 3 RBI today, and Texas is on top. 7-0 here in the...
Something that she can handle and does not miss. Drills this one all the way out into that left center gap to score a couple more runs for the Texas Longhorns. We touched on it a little bit earlier, but the spot that she's batting in the order, batting behind Reese Atwood, batting behind Katie Stewart, that's not an easy spot to be put in.
Hits Simmons on the foot. Bases are loaded again for Texas with nobody out. Called strike 3. Kelly gets the strikeout, 1 down.
Good looking drop ball outside, coming in, good velocity, 67 miles.
Ground ball through the right side into the outfield, base hit. Another run scores for Texas as Stewart comes home. Quiroga gets the RBI.
Wing, but it's that adjustability where she's still able to get it through the 3-4 hole. See some of the emotion from Madison Clark too as she's diving into the hole, and it just misses past her glove, kind of slams the dirt down. A bit of frustration knowing that that ground ball was just inches away from her glove.
2-1. Fly ball to right center field. Right fielder and center fielder calling for it, and it drops in. 1 run in. Here comes a second run. Another costly mistake for Kentucky. Miscommunication in the outfield between Donaldson and Plotz.
This is another one of those balls that's going to go down as a hit in the scorebook because nobody touches it. It's the communication or miscommunication rather between Plotz and Donaldson, both of them calling for it, and then at the last minute they each thought the other one was going to have it, so nobody catches that.
Had the feeling there was trouble, and it shouldn't have been. This is a fly ball off the glove of the left fielder Mitchell. That drops in. They're going to get a force play at third here as Quiroga.
Aggressive mindset and want the ball and want to be the person that's going to make those defensive plays.
Well, you get a chance here. This is hit well, and it is caught! You were saying, Madison. Allie Blum in left field stuck with it and made a catch.
Kentucky team this year is putting up runs, and they put up 6 runs against this Texas team yesterday.
There's a line drive, and Maloney has to drop back on that. There's a base hit for Emery Donaldson leading off. So Rachel Lawson said our graphics department's on top of it. They picked up on the trend. Maloney drifting back, step in front of the track. That will retire Blum, 1 down here in the third.
That's why I write in pencil for everything.
With a steady supply of erasers.
Yes.
Oh, Atwood tries to throw back behind the runner and throws it down to the right field corner. So Sullivan, with her speed, will head to third base. Mistake by Texas, an error on Atwood, and Kentucky has 1-1 to Peyton Plotz. Plotz lifts a fly ball to center field. Henry drifts back. Tagging at third and scoring a run for Kentucky is Sullivan, 10-1.
A couple in the air, including that last one, a sac fly to score the first run of the ball game for the Wildcats, hitting it all the way deep out to 220 in center field.
Well, you can see the score too. Maybe the timeline on this has been accelerated in case. Oh, come on, you got to get dirty on that one, Mia. I know it was hit hard by Borzilleri, but Clark grounded to short. That's when Stewart was playing short. Right, yes, Stewart was playing short at that moment. And Stewart is playing short right now. The flip over to Good at second, and that will retire the side. Line shot, center field, moving over and grabbing it is Sullivan, 1 away. Atwood hit it on the nose.
This season.
Waits on it, lines it to left center field. Sullivan knocks it down. Stewart turns around first. She'll take second.
You can learn from those losses, and that series against Oklahoma taught them some things.
Mitchell with a line drive, and it goes off the center fielder's glove all the way to the track. That allows Stewart to score. Mitchell cruises in to second base. She's 3 for 3 today.
Jolie Mitchell stepping up yet again, driving this one hard out to center field. Delaney Sullivan out there in center field doesn't quite get her body completely in front of it, and that last hop just skips off of her left arm, goes all the way out towards the wall. So Katie Stewart's
second base, first base, and now she's warming up in the pen. Ground ball knocked down by the shortstop Reisner. Simmons is safe. Moving to third is Mitchell. When you move over in the middle of the inning, because the run rule certainly is in effect right now. And Texas will add another run to their total. Good with the single. Mitchell crosses the plate, and the Longhorns are up 12-1. Last weekend, stripped down to third, stepping on the bag and throwing across the diamond for the double play is Allie Hutchins. So,
two brings a little bit of a different look as far as their pitch arsenal goes. Of course, Mac Morgan with that heavy down ball. You've got Citlali Gutierrez with the off-speed pitches.
Morgan gets much at all here this season, but getting a chance here in the regular season finale at McCombs Field. 2-2. Gets the strikeout. 2 down. Hutchins lifts one to left field. Foul ground. Room over there. And putting it away is Henry. Henry says, I may have started in center field, but charge a ball to the pitcher, Kelly. So it's a 2-1 count now. Slapped. Foul ground, and making the play is Blum, 1 away. Well done. Scored in the second, reached on an error in the first and scored. Ground ball to second. Good hop for Clark. 2 down. Fly ball to center field. Sullivan puts it away to retire side. Now the question is, will Mia Scott be in the circle when we... Just got to get that throwing hand out of the way, though. And it comes back over the plate. Strike 3. Scott gathers it up, throws it to first, sprints to the dugout because I think she's going to go pitch. Ground ball to second. Mia Scott has gotten out in the circle. Oh, she was ready to leave the game, and Mike White said, where are you?
Out there in the circle right now.
That's a ball, 4-pitch walk. Scott now looking at the dugout saying, I've got nothing left here. Hit well to left center field, and it is off the wall. Thrown to Stewart. Here comes the play at the plate. Atwood gets the tag down, safe at home. Blum with a good slide to beat the tag to give Kentucky its second run.
Just in time. Let's take another look at it here at this angle. Does that left hand touch home before the glove does? I think it does. She's safe.
Texas is challenging the safe call at home. The following plays under review.
So our first video review of the game, she grabs the piece of the plate.
Right there.
Just as Atwood's getting the tag. I mean, it is...
After review, the call on the field is upheld. The runner is safe. Texas' first challenge.
It is the correct call, and it's by maybe a frame. Popped up, tough play, diving play made by Mitchell, and that will end the ball game.
The Texas Longhorns showing out on senior day. Had contributions top to bottom in the order. Third SEC Series sweep of the season, clinched that double bye in the SEC tournament. And this is a team that is looking to go deep into the postseason, try to make a return back to the Women's College World Series.
Texas will be the number 3 seed in Athens, and this is how it ended. One of the seniors.
Really nice play over at first base. Having to go to where that ball looked like it was gonna just drop in no man's land. And Jolie Mitchell coming out of nowhere to make the game-ending diving play over at first base.
Actually, because of all the changes, Simmons was playing first.
Oh, another senior. Another senior.
It was.